everybody, it's Kathy P. Welcome back to my channel. How's everybody doing today? It's a beautiful day down here in Central Florida. Of course, I'm out by the pool doing this video because it's just so calming out here. And you'll hear some birds, I'm sure. I'm sure the squirrels will be coming screeching for their dang peanuts. Anyway. Sorry, I'm going to try not to click my lighter too much. I do it instead of smoke a cigarette, but right now I'm smoking a cigarette anyway. But listen, this video is just my opinion, and it is covered under Fair Use, Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Got to stress that because we know how they like to falsely strike channels. And it is just my opinion. And you know, it says I can use it for entertainment purposes or educational purposes. I'll let you be the judge of that. Anyway, this is on Tweedledee and Tweedledum. They have went to Brian Culpepper's parents' house, which I have no idea why. They were trespassing in a gated community. He didn't live there, hasn't lived there in years. He was a grown-ass man living out on his own. Going to his parents' house means, I don't get what they were doing. What does it show? Absolutely nothing. Just that they're idiots. Tragedy pimping. And then they went to the Daub house, of course. You know, that was a tragic story, and that was just so sad. And they're tragedy pimping off that like they always do. And misinforming like they always do. And then Betty's supposed to be this big advocate for, she claims, for cyber stalking and cyberbullying, anything with electronic devices. Yet last night, she does yet Molly's dirty work and calls nonsense and leaves a voicemail threatening her. For what purpose? Nonsense don't even talk about you, Betty. She don't care about you. And she don't care about Molly. The only thing she cares about is what the misinformation and the outright lies Molly continuously puts out. But we all know that Molly's done a massive dirty delete. Like she always does. I mean, it's her history with YouTube. Why Melissa Schumann didn't sue her is beyond me. But when Molly knows she goes too far, she deletes everything thinking that's going to protect her. And why Shenanigans Watt's parents didn't sue her is beyond me. But I do believe she's had some legal action. I really, truly do with her behavior. And I think that's what's going on now. Because why would her husband need a lawyer to put her on the title to the house? They don't even have the title. The bank does. That house is mortgaged to the hilt. Everybody knows that. It was put out there. I'm not going real life. It was already put out there. And besides that, you have Betty coming there to stay in your guest room where you don't even have a bed now? Your pots and pans are missing, your couch is missing, and your husband's gone. Just saying. But by the way, Molly, deleting all those Dre videos doesn't matter, you idiot. Because they're still on YouTube. And a lawyer can get them. You can delete till you're blue in the face. Why else would you delete 3 million views, Molly? Unless you had something to hide, Molly. But it's not going to save your ass. And I pray that Dre has a lawyer and is coming after you. That would be sweet justice. Hashtag justice for Dre. Hashtag justice for nonsense. Because Molly's husband co-signs all this crap. He's just as bad as her. Do they have any kind of a marriage, in my opinion? Hell to the no. Come on. The woman don't even spend the holidays with her family. Please. What a joke. Her husband takes his parents to that rental house where Princess, who really raised her kid, is to have Thanksgiving dinner. Molly's lazy ass can't even cook them a meal because she probably don't know how. Just saying. But anyway, let's just get into this because it's a lot and I want to try to keep it shorter, which I don't get. You know, people do lives that are 2 and 3 hours. I know because they're live, it's different. But not really. If you miss the live, then you have to go back and watch it and you're watching it 2, 3 hours. So, I don't know. I guess I'm just being moody today because I had a horrible night's sleep. But anyway, let's just get into this. Oh, I can't wait to get my laptop so I can go do this live. I am going to try to get a live in, if not today, tomorrow. Just a short one, just to talk about all that's going on the YouTube streets. Because I can't really present a lot with my iPad. Okay, let's just get into it.
Now, this is really crazy. I didn't upload the video, but I'm...
Oh, and I don't know if I can't remember if I told you guys. I got a pounding headache. But this is Tweedledee and Tweedledum. They went to Brian Culpepper's parents' home, which I don't get why. He didn't even live there. Hasn't for years. And at the Daub house is what they're talking about now.
going to show it to you. Morgan Dobbs' house all of a sudden had no trespassing signs. I was there 2 days ago. Um, people had left a comment or two that people...
No, it wasn't or two, a comment or two. It was a lot of comments, Molly. And those no trespassing signs were put up because you were there trespassing. You were all up in that property. You were looking in the car. You were filming the contents of the car. At one point, you even showed the license plate, Molly. But yeah. We got you. Those excuse me for coughing. Those no trespassing signs were put up because of you, Molly. No other reason. Because of you. Congratulations, yet again. You tragedy pimps are making the law step up and do their job.
People needed to stop going there and,
yes, you do.
And trespassing and doing stuff. And I was like, wait, what? Because the only thing that happened with me is I talked to the woman next door, and she was really nice. I never uploaded that video.
Because it didn't give you nothing.
She said, oh my God, she was like, the girl was so nice. I never uploaded that video. Now, was I kind of trespassing? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But nothing
breaking
really
the law.
There was a couple of things, but anyway, we were...
Oh, but nothing really happened, but there was a couple of things. Molly, you weren't wanted there, and you knew it. And the person you did talk to, they didn't have any information for you. Shut up.
There today, we don't know if something has happened in the past couple of days.
And what happened is
but something must have. All of a sudden, there was a bunch of no trespassing signs.
Because of you, Molly. Because of you going there with your fake press badge on, with a damn magnifying glass and a glitter Sharpie, putting notes that didn't make a bit of sense. You don't know distance either, Molly. You looked stupid. You sounded even stupider with your damn inside private eye magnifying glass. Oh my God, I couldn't. Oh, you can't make this shit up. You really can't. She really did have a huge magnifying glass. It was funny. But you were trespassing, Molly. That's why the no trespassing signs were put up. Because of you.
And all of a sudden, I'm putting down all these beautiful flowers, plants. Thank you, Cork. Thank you, Sofa Mama. Thank you to everyone that donated money. We put a big, huge teddy bear, balloons, roses, irises, you name it.
Why?
And lights. I got lights.
Yeah, you went extreme.
I mean, I spent...
Who the hell are you people to go there and buy 3 big solar lights and a gaudy-looking balloon and stuffed animal and a bunch of flowers? That's disrespectful to put up the... You didn't do that out of compassion or caring. You did it to tragedy pimp. You did it for views and clicks to make money. Because had you not been doing it for those reasons, you wouldn't have recorded it and put it on your channel, Molly. You and Betty are tragedy pimping, period. It's disrespectful. If you notice, there wasn't a lot there. I mean, it'd have been one thing if you'd have got a little flower and put it there, but you went to the extreme just to make money, Molly. Just to make money. And again, you're going to brag about what you spent. We don't fucking care. You had no business doing it. And you'll just sit there and beg money off your subs to get it back. Who are you kidding? You and the Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
I spent a nice... anything you guys gave me, I put it down, and then some.
Okay, Molly, sure.
And then all of a sudden...
Nice stuff, too. It wasn't cheap stuff. It was a big stuffed animal.
It was nice.
It was hydrangeas. It was lilies.
It was over the top too much.
And peaceful.
Freaking lights? Why would you put 3 big solar lights? Who the hell are you people? You're nothing to this community. You were nothing to that family. You're not media like you wear your fake badges around and say you are, and they are fake, and you're going to get caught. I mean, Betty had a press pass, but it wasn't a press pass with credentials. It was one of those ones that anybody who wants to pay yearly dues can get, but it doesn't entitle you to anything. It doesn't give you any kind of press credentials. And even that got revoked because of her behavior. Oh, they were tragedy pimping is what they were doing.
She starts walking around, and I saw the no trespassing signs.
Yeah, pointing out that there's
And we
streets
stayed outside of them.
and
Yeah,
other
we never
houses.
stayed across.
We were fine.
We never went past the no trespassing
And all-
sign.
But you went on the property. What you don't understand is no trespassing means do not step a foot on the property, and you did. So yes, you were breaking the law and trespassing. It doesn't mean from the property signs back, or the no trespassing signs back. It means that property, period. I know, I used to be a landlord. I used to own rental property. I use no trespassing. So you're wrong, again, as usual.
All of a sudden, the woman across the street says something like,
No, it was first the man. It was
First
first
there's
the
this
man. This
old
man
man.
just comes out of nowhere. He's an older gentleman and
starts yelling.
screaming. And first of all, I
No,
don't
what
give
he did
rat's
is
ass
ask
who
you what you
are.
were
wanna come
doing.
to me with respect and talk to me with respect. I will talk to you with respect.
What?
You come to me with that shit, that attitude. We're done, baby. You're
Betty, shut up. You're nobody. No one's afraid of you. You're not going to do nothing. You're nothing but a big fucking mouth. You're a coward, Betty. It was an elderly man. That's his community. That's his neighborhood. He told you you were trespassing. He wasn't yelling and screaming and carrying on. You're the one that stood there and identified yourself as media. And you're not. You're as far from media as you can get. So if you're going to tell it right. Something you guys are not capable of doing, telling the truth.
going to get exactly what you came to me with. I'm going to treat you. She's over here saying,
I'm like,
calm down.
I'm like, whoa.
You know, she's like, let's be nice. And I'm like,
I said, what's the
F
matter?
that.
This
who is
guy starts freaking out, and he
He
goes,
wasn't freaking out.
he said something, and he goes, you guys are reporters, and he starts
well, I got your license plate.
but the thing is my license plate was on the back of my car, and my hood was already up.
I'm telling you, he had to pull that.
He said you were reporters because Betty said you guys were media, and you're wearing in which Betty's still wearing her fake press pass. That's unbelievable. They printed these. They mass printed these passes up online. Anybody can do it. It's a joke. That's why he said reporters, because Betty stood there and lied and said she was media, which she's not. That's his neighborhood. You guys aren't from there. You had no business there. You had no business trespassing. He said no trespassing. He said there was no trespassing signs. You idiots.
He had to put his hand on her personal
No, he
property
didn't.
to lower that. If he got that license plate, he definitely had to have touched her vehicle while we were there.
And I said, wait.
How did he do that? When Molly was standing there herself, right there in the back, putting these lights together that she should have never bought and put up. You guys were there the whole time. How did this elderly man come and close her trunk door, her back hatch, and get her? Shut up. You're lying, Betty. God, you're pathetic.
I'm thinking, wait.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I honestly said, I know I said it. I said, reporters would never come and leave flowers. And I was like, reporters? And then the woman,
Because your little sidekick right there, the strangler, said you guys were media, and you're wearing, which Betty still is, your fake press passes.
and then a
Just saying.
woman,
He was like, he was just talking.
he was like so mean. And I have it on video. And a woman
So
across
mean.
the
Because
street
he didn't want you in his neighborhood
says,
where you didn't
they
belong.
wouldn't want you. You didn't know them. They wouldn't want you doing this.
That's true.
And I'm thinking, leaving flowers?
No, you were going to the
Right.
extreme for views and clicks. You were tragedy pimping. You know what? You guys can never be honest. You weren't welcome there. You weren't wanted. You don't belong there. It's none of your business. That's it.
Like, how many flowers did we love? Like,
Oh my
1, 2,
God.
3.
Yeah, you
I
went
mean,
to the
at
extreme
least,
to tragedy pimp.
over
We
a half
know.
dozen.
Like It was
plants.
crazy. Like they just went off on us, and we're
And you
standing
deserved
there
every
like
bit
this.
of it.
And I
That's
say,
their
Betty,
home. That's where they live, and they don't want you trash bags there. That's their God-given right. They live there. Again, you don't. You're not the media, and even if you were, they didn't want you there.
Betty, don't.
Mm-mm.
So then I'm wondering where this
Oh,
guy
Betty,
went,
shut up.
and I take the camera.
He's
Excuse
walking
me.
down the road,
He goes
around
down the
corner.
road and around the corner. I'm like, Betty, where the fuck did he come from?
Didn't matter. Because you know what I looked at him and said? He's like, I'm calling the cops. I said, good. Because
And at that point, I was like, all right, let's just wait for the cops.
I said,
No, you
you
didn't.
go ahead and call those cops. And he goes, I got your license plate. I said, I'm glad you do. And I'm glad you did call the cops because cops are going to tell you there ain't shit they're going to be able to do. Okay?
You're
It was
wrong.
extreme.
Nothing.
Yeah, you are extreme, and you're wrong. You were trespassing, and had the cop felt like doing his job, you would have been cited as trespassers, like you should have been.
They are going to be able to do. But we'll wait here for
Yeah,
those cops
they
to come.
could have.
buddy.
Because
Why
I'm
he
waiting.
didn't,
I'm
I don't
like,
know.
did something happen?
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
you.
Jennifer.
So did
You
something
trespassing.
happen? Did something happen at this house recently that everyone's getting all crazy over?
Yeah, you trespassing, filming the actual house. You were all up on that property, Molly. It's because of you trash bag. And by the way, start getting your clothes the right size to fit you. I don't even know how you get these clothes on. They're so damn tight. All the seams are busting out. And really, we're tired of seeing your fake boobs. Because that's about all. Because anything above that or below that, yuck. But anyway, even look at your arms and stuff. The stuff is so tight, the seams are ready to bust open. You can see your rolls, Molly. I don't know why you think that makes you look thinner, because it doesn't. It doesn't. I'm just saying. I'm just giving you some advice. All that eating you're doing all the time is catching up to you, Molly.
So the cops come.
Just my opinion.
And they drive back. They drive past. And then the cops come again.
Drive
and they drive
past.
back. And then
Oh,
this
Betty
gorgeous
is lit.
cop
Look at her.
comes,
Betty
he pulls
is
up.
lit.
He starts talking to us and he goes,
Molly's
hey,
feeling no pain either. No, not
He was a
jealousy
good-looking
going.
man, but I wasn't going to say anything. Of course, she does, as she said.
I'm like, holy shit, hot
Holy crap, he's hot.
like, oh crap. And he says, hey, the no trespassing sign just went up today.
Yeah,
But
because
if
of you,
Gary,
Molly.
if Gary's watching, I don't know if he is. Gary.
Excuse me for
Yeah,
calling.
Gary was our waiter at the chocolatier
The
restaurant tonight.
chocolatiers. He bought me. Well, he didn't buy me. There was a mix-up in drinks.
That's what he says.
And that's
I
what
got a
happened. He
chocolate
didn't buy you a
martini.
drink, trust me. That waiter didn't waste his money buying you a drink, Betty. Excuse me. I'm getting sick. Oh, I feel it. Ugh. Anyway, Betty, didn't you say you were the one driving? So now you're admitting to breaking the law yet again? First you trespass, then you're drinking and driving yet again, Betty? Huh. Just using your own words against you, Betty.
On the house, it was really nice. It was kind of sweet.
That's a Hershey Kiss Martini. Yes, see, she had her first Hershey Kiss Martini. So one cop came back, and then I think he swung by the other way. Doesn't do anything. And
They were watching you.
Actually, I think all the cops were gorgeous because even that one that was coming that was definitely different than him. Gorgeous cop. Maybe it's just a missing.
He
link.
just pulled
I don't know.
up and said, "Hey, the signs just went up," but he didn't say anything except for like, as long as you just don't go past
The signs.
The signs.
I'm like,
No, he said as long as you don't trespass, which means you don't step a foot on the property, but you did. You were so disrespectful. Betty, you've never showed anybody any respect. I've never seen an iota of respect come out of that mouth. You either, trash bag.
dude, we just
Tweedledee.
I said
and
all we wanted
Tweedledum.
to do is, I don't even remember what we said because it was just
It was
so
recorded.
random.
It was recorded.
True. You'll see the video.
It's so random because the security guard was doing his job. That's random. That's being mean because they were doing their jobs. Okay, people. Make it make sense for me. Because these bumbling idiots, old Tweedledee and Tweedledum here, they don't make sense.
But it was so random because it was like
It's not
these people
random.
just became so angry.
Because they don't want
And
you
the
there.
thing is we didn't make any noise.
You were
at
trespassing.
all.
We didn't do nothing wrong.
Yes, you
okay?
did.
Trust me, if I do something wrong, I own it, right? I really do own it. I'm like,
That's a
yeah,
We
mouthful.
I
never
did
wait.
that.
Betty, don't ever tell anybody to trust you, because you're the last person besides the trash bag beside you that I would ever trust with anything. And you never admit when you're wrong, Betty. When you do wrong stuff, you never do. Shut up. You're a hypocrite. Those people did not want you invading their homes where they live, and you were. You were trespassing.
Excuse me.
Oh, no, let's not be.
Damn, you
let's-
women are crazy to walk into a gated community. Did they tell you to leave? What are you talking about?
First of all, White Widow, this is where you look like a dumbass. Let me just
Oh.
explain.
We're not
something.
talking
First
about-
of all, we didn't walk into a gated community.
That was the
and
other
if-
story.
And if we did, it would have been invited. And if we weren't, guess what? We would probably be trespassed, which we.
You were trespassing, and you were that close at Culpepper's house, or Culberger's house, however, of getting cited with trespassing. You really were. But, and this person is just asking you a question. So why are you attacking them, Betty? Why can't anybody ask you guys questions without being attacked?
No.
Last time I checked,
Brian
I haven't had-
Kohlberger is the gated community. We moved on to Morgan Dow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
not a
tragedy
gated
pimping
community.
is what you're
a little
doing.
behind, but you know what? Keep it up.
Let's not be
I
mean. Let's not be
love, I
mean.
love stupid people. Like, don't
See,
ever
even
go
Molly
on my
doesn't.
channel.
You can tell Molly doesn't even like Betty. That is so obvious. But who else does Molly have? Justin? Old orange man, spanky boy? Come on.
You're probably blocked on my channel. See, she's more liberal than I am on my
Oh,
channel.
Betty, shut
you pull
up.
that shit on my channel, you'll be blocked.
Yeah, we know you block people for asking questions, Betty. Because you can't answer them because you know you're nothing but misinformation.
Like, there's a respect factor. Grow up.
You need to grow up. What respect? You give no respect, and you deserve no respect. Neither one of you trash bags. Like I said, Tweedledum and Tweedledummer.
Let's start
Just
with
my
that.
opinion.
Maybe confused with Brian's parents. That's what I was thinking.
Oh, no. We were at Morgan Dobbs' house at this point. when
Settle
the
down,
cars-
killer.
But it doesn't matter. Screw White Widow.
Killer.
just
She's not a
screw
killer.
you. Like, why do you gotta come here with all the hate? Don't you guys?
How is it hate because they ask you a question? How is that hate? I don't get it. Can someone tell me? Because I can't understand this. It's hate if you ask a question. Go figure.
People put one in the chat, and that goes for my chat too. If you guys are tired of the hate,
I
if you
was
have
thinking
enough-
that too.
You guys are
Marlena.
hate.
I was
We
thinking
have
that too.
enough hate in this world. Why can't we show love, kindness, and compassion? We just
You
spent
don't.
money. Actually, I didn't spend money. Marissa
No, we
spent
know
money
you cheap ass
on
didn't,
making
Teddy
sure
Betty.
that there was beautiful flowers. She actually went through. We went into the store and she went through all these flowers. Like she took 20 minutes to find seven plants that were beautiful to put out in front of this person's house. I happened to find a butterfly, a big, huge butterfly balloon, because I'm thinking,
But who asked you to? And you trespassed to do it. I can understand putting a flower there, but they went to the extreme because they're tragedy pimping. And if it had anything to do, again, with caring, they wouldn't have recorded it and put it on their YouTube channels. It's tragedy pimping. It's not caring about anything but their greedy asses.
I even felt guilty giving the one butterfly balloon because I'm like, this chick just killed her parents.
Oh my God.
You know,
Here we go.
why I should have two butterflies, not for Morgan, but for her parents. And we have one, but that's okay. Oh, and thank you for the
And Molly just
oh,
sits
thank
there.
you, my pampered pups.
She really don't like
Thank
Betty.
you so much
can
for
so
becoming the
tell it.
newest member of this crazy place we call the Coffee.
Okay, I can't. Why are people giving these idiots money? I cannot wrap my head around this. There is no rational thinking in any of this that they would give them money to do this crap. So, which is worse? The problematic creator or the problematic chats and audience that keeps giving these people money and feeding into this crap? What is wrong with them people? Just asking.
Club.
Thank you, Cork, for sending the flowers.
Thank you, Cork, for sending the flowers. I'm a little. I have to be honest. I'm a little offended. that
Oh,
I didn't
here
get
she
flowers
goes.
from you. I mean, I'm thinking that I should have got. No,
Oh my
they
God,
were
I
beautiful.
cannot.
Marissa's like, who sent me flowers? Somebody just sent me flowers. She goes, I just.
The flowers weren't for her. The flowers were for there, which I think is just twisted in my opinion, because their audience is supporting them tragedy pimping. And Betty is, in her roundabout way, telling people in her chat to send her flowers. Unbelievable. Betty's lit, you can tell.
See, not the camera. I was driving because this woman right here is freaking nuts on mountains. I don't even want to go in. I have to promise you, I am going to have scars from this trip. I will never drive another Range Rover again unless I'm driving off the effing cliff.
Who cares what she drives? My husband drives a brand new truck. I don't brag about it. He works hard to pay for it. Just like her husband does. But who knows what his real career is. Molly lies about everything. According to her, he's an international wanker with 13 different careers in his short life. Yeah, okay. Whatever. Anyway, Betty, no one cares.
Cliff.
Too bad you didn't go off the cliff.
And I'm taking
Just
her
saying.
with me.
No,
So
yeah.
she knows that she will survive
No
when she goes
dumpling.
off that cliff.
No dumpling.
Molly can't stand Betty. It's so
No.
obvious.
This woman is crazy. I had to look at her and I'm like, Marissa, I don't know what I'm going to do. Either put something over your eyes. Oh, thank you, Oki. Either put something over your eyes, and she's like, oh! I'm like, you do this one more freaking time. I'm like, I got a fucking headache. And she's like, oh, it must be the barometric pressure that I'm like, okay. She's like, or it might be me.
Sorry,
I'm
my
like,
kids.
okay.
I'm trying to get my 7.5-year-old. She got a bad headache. She said she got off the school bus with it, so I gave her some children's Tylenol. I'm trying to get her to lay down to get her headache to go away. My guess is she played too hard because they had dodgeball right before she got on the bus to come home. And she got a boo-boo. And I'm just trying to get her to relax for a minute. Kids, gotta love them. Oh my God, she's lit. She's really full of herself tonight,
Aw,
isn't she?
thank you, Tony. That's so sweet. God
Oh, there's
bless
more
you.
people giving them money. Oh my God, you're kidding.
God bless you.
Mm,
Is that? No.
no.
Do not put Taylor on. You're killing me.
No, people want to stream me. Just streaming me.
Okay. I edited that part out because I'm assuming she's talking about blank screen because of the stuff she says. He's an icon. Go check out his channel. He's amazing. He can really get her. And you know what? If they really didn't want blank screen bothering them, they would just block him. And they don't. Molly loves it. She loves the attention, and so does Betty. But she played music, and she acted like she was singing and dancing. You know, me and my husband used to go out to the clubs years ago on the weekends. We worked hard all week. Saturdays, we went out. And we used to call these girls chair dancers because they act like they could dance in a chair, but then when they go to the dance floor, they have no rhythm, no soul. None. And yeah, I'm Molly, and she can't sing either. So I wasn't going to get a strike because Molly was playing music, which I'm sure she'll edit it out, but if not, she claims she demonetized the video. I doubt that. I don't believe nothing this trash bag says, but anyway. Let's just get back into it.
All right, so, oh, thank you, Crystal, for the $5 cash app. Thank you.
Again, people are giving them money. I don't get it. I just can't understand.
What the fuck is this?
No, it would be, I'm sure it feels good to have someone give you a cash app or a PayPal or or a super sticker or whatever, I can't actually wait till I get my first one because it's an honor when someone wants to do that. But not to these people. These people, it's expected. And if you don't, then you're a loser and you're trash. They'll threaten and harass you. I don't get it. Kind of cultish in my opinion. I can't. I'm looking forward to
All
when I
right,
can
so
just do it
there
all lives.
is Job House update.
Yeah, Molly.
I'm going.
You guys are too busy out drinking and driving and wasting money to know that the update was put out long ago, Molly. Yeah. And you'll sit here and still spread misinformation. You and that loudmouth Tweedledee and Tweedledum are at it again.
To show you.
Show us what,
I'm
Molly?
going to show you this.
I've already seen it, Molly. Because anybody following the story would know there's an update and would have seen it. They don't need it from these trash bags who are going to misinform them.
She's laughing. All right, I'm going to show you this update, and it's the local news. And we need to discuss this.
Molly, are you losing your hair?
I just demonetized my
is
video.
it just the way you have it parted when you bend your head down? Because I've noticed that in a couple videos of you. Is it maybe because you're over bleaching? Because you're not a real blonde. We know that. That's obvious. I mean, no shade on that. I don't care. Dye your hair. I don't give a shit. That's you. I mean, I'm going to cover up my gray and my white because it's getting bad. But I'm just asking. It just looks like it's thin in there on the top. You could have some of this mop because I got some long, thick-ass hair and it gets on my nerves. You're more than welcome to have some if you need it. Just saying.
So it's all right. I don't care.
Yeah, we know.
You can't really make money off this shit anyway. So
Okay. You're a liar, Molly. We know what money you make. Shut up.
Listen, I'm still gonna talk about true crime. It is an interest of mine.
You're not true crime. You're crama. True crime don't claim you or the Bullhorn Strangler. Oh, Patty Betty. She hasn't come back yet. She stepped outside because Molly was playing music and she didn't want to get her video demonetized or struck for a privacy claim. Or for playing the music. But, yeah. She's full of shit. Come on, people. You cannot believe her, right? She was just on here crying the other day that all her and Justin's videos are in yellow, which means limited ads, which she didn't bother to tell anybody. She made it seem like they weren't getting paid any money. It means limited ads because of the content. It's not that they were demonetized completely, which they should be. And Justin was whining about how he was either going to quit YouTube or start covering the housewives. Justin, please don't, because you'll destroy the housewives. They'll take you down. Anyway, she's full of shit. Okay, people. Her numbers are down because of her and her content.
So
She's not true crime. She's drunk.
here it is. So I'm gonna share a big update that's local, and this is whoever. Oh, we got a new member.
Here we go
Thank
again
you,
with people
Michelle.
giving them money.
I
What
appreciate
is it?
you. So I'm gonna share
Oh my
this
gosh.
with you guys.
Look, Molly. I desperately need my laptop so I can stream from my laptop and not have to do all this because it is so hard to do this on this iPad. I can't share a lot of content to go live, so that's why I don't. But I would love to be able to. And since the idiots in your chat want to just throw money in the trash can to you, they could, donate to my laptop fund. Just saying. I'm kidding, people. I'm kidding. But anyway, yeah, Molly, come on, throw some of it my way.
This is really sad. We have a real update what kind of changes everything
No, it doesn't.
about Morgan's.
No, it doesn't, Molly, because the police have said this from the start. That unfortunately this was a family tragedy and it was a murder-suicide. It was a pact that the family had. They've said this from the start. It doesn't change anything because it's been out there. You just chose to ignore it, and so did Petty Betty.
Story. So a lot of you are going to be a little bit surprised when you see this update.
Why would they be?
All right. I'm sorry for
It's nothing that hasn't been said already.
thing, but
as far as it being a family pact and that they had evidence that it was, that's already been said from the get-go, Molly. Yeah, there's some more facts in this, but that's it. The actual reasoning of has not changed, Molly.
Low life that has no content and obsesses over me.
That's
like
You
all
didn't
these,
do anything to me. I just ran out the door.
like
I
all these
took my
fucking girls with their girl crushes.
Lee Banks, you love Blank Screen, and that's who you're talking about. Go check out his channel. It's amazing. But they love him. Because if not, they just block him. And Molly, I don't know any girls that have a crush on you. I mean, look at you. Who would? The only thing you have is some big fake boobs. You wear your clothes far too small. They bust out at the seams. All that eating's catching up to you, Molly. And all that money you put into your face is a waste. It really is. Anyway. And no one I know has a crush on you, Molly. You're jealous of a lot of females. That's why you always are tearing people's looks down, because you're insecure about your own looks. And you're envious of other women who are thinner, prettier, and younger than you. Just saying. It is what it is.
Oh my God, get over it.
Nobody likes you,
Can you
Molly.
believe
They're
people
getting
spend
so
more time?
fucking sick.
Listen to this stuff. So we're talking, right? And we're hearing that somebody is calling.
Betty is lit.
So we're hearing somebody's calling the sheriff's department. Like, nobody cares, first and foremost. Secondly, I just started looking in your laws, and baby, you're about to see me in Wyoming. You're about to see me in Wyoming, and you're going to be in a lot of trouble once I take all your videos and put them out. We're not even going to say your name because you don't deserve the platform.
She's a fucking loser.
But believe me, there's only so much Bullhorn Betty's going to take before I start knocking on your front door. And by the time I'm not
that fat bitch.
talking about that fat bitch. Yeah, I'm talking about that fat, ugly.
All right, I'm going to share.
Okay, here we go again. Attacking someone's looks. Okay? I think I know who they're talking about, and I don't care. And that person has views and subs and makes money doing YouTube too. Betty's not suing anybody. She has no grounds to sue anybody. Okay? And neither one of you are slim and trim, Molly. Look in the mirror. All that eating, binge eating you do constantly is showing, really showing, Molly. Again, that's just my opinion. But you are no one to call anybody fat or ugly or a loser, Molly. Just saying.
The update
Baby.
about. All right, this is going to change a lot, you guys.
And Betty, baby, you have no grounds to sue anybody. Shut up. No one's scared. No one's threatened by you threatening to sue. You're not doing it. You have no grounds to do it. But on the other, you guys, on the other hand, people can sue. And I hope they start doing it.
Wait.
All right, they have to show
Okay, I
their.
can't fast forward through this because YouTube's going to have to help me pull that out. I can't do that yet. It's hard to do this stuff on this iPad anyway. But yeah, I'm sorry about that.
They need to make their coins as well. The tragedy pimps that they are. The news.
None of them get on YouTube and beg for money for a $2,000 bed their mother doesn't even need. Beg for money because they were spent on their credit cards and can't pay it off. Threaten people who don't super chat them. So, yeah, no, you're the tragedy pimps. Sorry.
Media.
Oh, yeah, the news.
You're jealous because they're the real media. They have real press credentials. Something you two don't have and never will have. Yeah, we know. We know. Baby. I'm not going to let you live that down, Petty Betty.
The tragedy.
Yeah, they need to make their money.
The real news. Oh, no, we're the real.
The real media makes their money by doing real reporting. Something you two know nothing about. Yeah, no, you can't believe everything the mainstream media, post. No, you can't. But they don't tragedy pimp like these guys do. They're not on here begging for money, threatening to get money.
Whom and
They pay
why
for their own trips.
Notes were left behind that have given police a working theory of what happened. Police found the bodies of 62-year-old James Dodd his 59-year-old wife, Deborah, and their 26-year-old daughter, Morgan, behind the family home. Police say, based on notes left in the house, they say it appears Morgan wanted to kill herself over mental health issues, audible hallucinations, and her parents didn't want her to die alone. So they formed a death pact to end their lives together.
The only word that keeps coming to my mind is tragedy. I think it's completely tragic that they felt that this was the only option.
Police recovered 2 9mm handguns near the bodies. They say the family left instructions on which family members would be contacted, along with a final will. They also left a note regarding the family dog.
There was a note indicating that the dog had been sedated with medication so that it wouldn't pose any type of danger to any of the first responders.
Excuse
And
me.
in the lists that were left behind, the family indicated the final wishes of who would get that family dog. In York County, Ed Weinstock, WGAL, in St.
So here's my issue with that is that you've got law enforcement.
Betty, no one cares about your issue with it. You're nobody. Okay? And I'm just wondering, apparently this was totally planned, clearly planned out by the family. They clearly planned this. They covered all their bases. You know, the parents even had earplugs in. And there was 2 weapons. I'm wondering if it's possible that more than one did it. You know, I guess, you know, they have to wait on test results and stuff to come back for that. It does take time. But, yeah, this was clearly well planned. They even drugged the dog. They left instructions. Okay, now we got to sit here and listen to drunk Betty, her point of view, and trash bag Molly. And Molly, by the way, I know you do the knockoff trash bag thing, you know, dollar store brand, but maybe you should invest a little bit more and maybe buy a couple extra so that your clothes aren't busting out the seam. I don't even know how you get that stuff on. It's so tight. I mean, when you move your arm, the seams look like they want to bust and you can see your rolls. Just saying. I mean, I'm just pointing out what's all there. I'm just trying to give you some tips. You know, you're always trying to tell people stuff, so I'm just trying to give you some back. Baby. I'm not going to let you live that down, Betty.
But basically saying that the parents knew that the child suffered from mental illness. So instead of getting her help or calling somebody or calling, you know, a hotline or Baker acting this child.
They never got her help, so the better option is to take themselves out.
Okay, wait a minute. Whoa, back this up. Yet again, they're talking about what they know nothing about. Number 1, she wasn't a child. She was 26. Number 2, they have no clue if she had ever been Baker acted or was under psychiatric care or was ever institutionalized. They don't know. They're sitting here saying things they don't know nothing about. Okay? And apparently, the daughter wasn't the only one with issues, that the parents went along with this, okay? I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. Baby. Petty Betty. Oh my God, do we really got to listen to her?
With
Which
her,
is-
so she didn't have.
Do you have any idea how hard it is with mental health to even get the help you need, to get the right medications, the expense involved, just even trying to find the right fit of psychiatrists and treatment plans and all that. There's so much. She acts like all you got to do is pick up the phone and say, hey, I want to Baker act Betty. Oh, Betty. Because she's a freaking lunatic and she's always drunk raging on YouTube. And she's a heckler on the streets and she goes in front of people's houses and makes a nuisance and an ass out of herself. It's not that easy. It's not how it works. Mental health issues still are not handled the way they should be. Oh my God.
To go alone.
As Christian as they were.
Like, this is insane to me.
What's insane to
So
me is
instead of
Tweedle
getting
Dee and
them
Tweedledum sitting here doing
so
this.
instead of getting their daughter help, the better option is to take themselves out. That makes no sense
No
to
sense.
me at all.
When we heard this and we're like, what? You have got to be kidding me.
Oh
Like,
my
What kind of
God.
parents? So you're telling me that everything?
Christian
Excuse me.
people.
No, you're telling me that everything a parent is responsible for, and everything that a parent's job is to do to protect their child, they did everything backwards and everything wrong.
A Christian
What or the hell are you talking about? You have no clue. And apparently, there was mental issues going on in the whole family, not just the daughter. To do something like this is just not out of the blue, and somebody who's perfectly sane wouldn't do it. So, wow. You two are just so on point. I am just so impressed with your drunk rantings. You have no clue what you're talking about, neither one of you. You have no info on this family other than what the police has put out, the real media has put out. You don't know. So, baby, you need to stop talking. Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
family. A Christian family.
They did everything backwards, everything wrong. So okay,
Who are
I am
you to say
sorry
that?
that I said
No, you're not.
that I felt that Morgan did this on her own and that she chose to take her parents out. I apologize. I was wrong.
What?
Well, at least that's what the news is telling
That's
me.
what the
What kind of apology is... Oh, that's a good stop. Look at Molly. Anyway. What? What kind of apology is this? Does anybody think that's a real apology? Am I just, getting as crazy as these baddie ladies are? Because I'm not drunk like they are. Wish I was. I might drink some fireballs just to get through this. Oh.
news
All
and
right.
law enforcement believe.
That's
But
what they. All right.
again,
Okay.
I do want to reiterate this, and my mother, Mama Bullhorn's in the chat right now. She can, she can't admit because we don't want to identify her in chat, but
Betty, no one cares
she
if your
can tell
mother's in
you I
chat.
can write my father's signature even to this
Oh,
day. Haven't seen my
my
father in 10
God.
years. I bet you I can write his signature perfectly. You would not be able to tell my dad's signature from my signature. My mother's signature, you would not be able to tell her signature from mine. But I can honestly be honest with you that my father's signature is easier to replicate than my mother's signature.
Well,
my
Betty,
mother's
since you opened
signature
the
is much
door,
neater and it takes a little more time to do. And there's probably, to the naked eye, you wouldn't be able to tell, but forensically, you probably would.
Okay. All right. Number one, Betty, since you opened that door, I got some info I want to share. I won't go into too much detail because I don't have the actual article to present, but I do know where the article is and I will be getting it. Number one, Betty, it's against the law. It's a felony to sign someone's name. It's called fraud. So that's another law you're breaking. And we know that you've been problematic your whole life. Am I surprised that you forged your parents' signatures? Nope. Forgery is against the law, Betty. It's a felony. And also, since you brought your dad into this, how about you tell us about this article that was written about you and what you did at your dad's real estate business, Betty? Is that probably why you don't talk to your dad, Betty? Didn't you get in some trouble because of what you did there, Betty? You were looking up people's information you didn't like, Betty? Using your dad's real estate business? Is that how you know about the forgery? I'm just asking, because the article exists. Yeah, I've read it with my own eyes. I've known about this for a while, quite a while. I thought everybody knew about it. I was actually shocked to find out people don't know about it. Because it's easy to find, Go look in your local newspaper, look up her local newspaper, a few years back. You'll find it. Or just say, Bullhorn, Andra Griffin articles. You'll find it. Trust me, it's there. A couple other creators have it too, I'm sure. But yeah, since Burnt Toast is the one who does Betty like no other, I might even just send that article to Burnt Toast. Because I'm really not, I don't know. Maybe I'll do it myself. I don't know. But I'm just asking questions, Betty, because you're sitting here saying how you can forge their names. That's a crime, Betty. That's against the law. Miss Law-Abiding Citizen. So, baby, you're breaking the law yet again. Let's see. We got you trespassing, drinking and driving, now forgery, just in this video alone. Wow. Her charges keep mounting, people. But, yeah. Okay.
But either way, all I'm saying is that if it's a handwritten note,
So now you're saying
I could probably do that in my sleep for both of my parents.
Betty, I do know that you have done that and you got caught, Betty. So you're not good. With your dad's real estate office. Remember, Betty? But anyway, so now you're alluding to the fact that she forged her parents' writing in a note. Oh my God, this woman, I cannot. I guess she put the earplugs in and everything too, right? Right? There was 2 weapons, right? The dog was drugged so that the dog wouldn't be a problem. Okay, Betty. All right. Now, this is someone who is mentally unstable but can do all this planning by herself. Yeah, okay, Betty. You clearly don't understand mental health because you probably should have been Baker acted a few times. Like when you were busted by the cops naked with drugs. Just saying. Like maybe the time you tried to strangle your own mother. And that's not the only one that you beat on. And that's the only reason why I think you didn't go to jail is because your mother probably wouldn't testify against you and follow through with it. Just saying. But how messed up do you got to be in the head to try to strangle your own mama? Just asking, Betty, because it's fact. You put it out there. I mean, your criminal record's there for everybody to see. Okay. Just saying. Just asking. Baby.
But I
Betty.
can't wrap my head around it because think about it. These people
Oh,
were
you
good
can't wrap
Christian
your head around
people.
nothing.
They were part of it, what, a revivalry type of thing? You know, where they were traveling ministries. And I'm just sitting here trying to wrap my head around, somebody that devotes themselves to Christianity. Trust me, like I do. There's been some low times in my life.
Whoa, wait a minute, Betty. Number one, I would never trust you or the trash bag beside you. And number two, Betty, what bubble have you been living in? The bubble of drunk Betty rages? Because for as long as I can remember, people have used God and the Bible for reasons to kill people. In fact, there was a family where the father had the children, the sons, out doing these crimes because he was supposedly this savior, this prophet, and that's what the Bible, God was telling them to do. So, what? Oh my God, Betty, they were extremists, Yeah, Betty. And there ain't nothing Christian about you. You break the law, you drink and drive, you drunk rage on YouTube, you commit fraud, and we know you commit fraud, Betty, because aren't you disabled by and I'm not going real life here, I'm just using what Betty's put out there a million damn times on her own. According to Betty, she gets $1,000 a month because she's disabled and can't work. But yet she's always on here saying YouTube was her job. And I'm just wondering, does she actually turn her money into Social Security disability? Because if not, that's yet another law the law-abiding citizen is breaking. And does she file tax returns on her money? Just asking, because, if she was turning in her money, and I know this is fact, I'm not just saying this, you can go look it up yourself, but if you can make some money while you're on disability, a certain amount. And once you reach that amount, then and you go over it, they start taking down your, the amount you get from them. But if she's making $30,000 a year, there's no way they're giving her disability check every month. So, and you can check this yourself. It's really easy to check. I'm asking, Betty, are you being the law-abiding, upstanding citizen? Because I know in the town you live in, you're a freaking nuisance. You're a clown. the city council meetings that you go to, they think you're the fucking town clown, Betty. Baby. But anyway, I got to keep saying that because, Betty's just so cool. But anyway, Betty, I'm just asking these questions because you put this information out there. Okay? All right. Let's get back into it because hell will freeze over before you answer any of my questions. I'm not hating. I'm just asking questions. I like information.
Because of my faith,
What
I'm
faith?
still here.
Okay.
And I just
You truly
can't
know nothing about
imagine that somebody
Christianity,
that has
Betty.
devoted their
Because if you
life
knew
would be-
anything about the Bible and Christianity, you wouldn't be doing none of the crap you're doing, Betty. Just saying. Maybe you should take some time and actually read that Bible. Yeah. You're about as far Christian as they can get. Just my opinion.
to spend their lives in eternal hell according to the Bible for doing that. And that's where my problem arises, quite frankly.
Well, who cares if you have a problem? This has nothing to do with you. It doesn't matter what you think.
It's very upsetting.
It has nothing to do with you or trash bag beside you.
You can tell the neighborhood is a little shooken, but at the end of the day,
Shaken, Betty. Or
if
shook,
you
but not
want
shooken.
to be treated
Okay,
with
this is supposed to be an educated woman. It's either shaken or shook, not shooken. Okay, Betty? Wow. And yeah, they lived in that community for a very long time. Yeah, sure, I'm sure people are upset. But probably what has upset them more is these trash bags, tragedy pimps, trespassing, and putting up fucking, not one, not two, but 3 freaking solar lights. Big ones. And a gaudy balloon and some stupid stuffed animal. Oh my God. Okay. Let's go. But Betty, you need to really, really read that Bible you're preaching about because you don't get it.
respect. Even in bad times, you should treat other people with respect, because you may run across a person like me that treats you exactly how you treat me. So if you don't want to be treated, if you can't take it, don't deal it.
Whoa. Okay, first off, Betty, I've never seen you treat anybody with even an iota of respect. You don't deserve no respect. Betty, you can't take it, and neither can a trash bag beside you. That's part of your problems. You dish it, but you can't take it. Baby.
Yes, that's what I think, Stephanie. I do.
Oh my God, don't think,
I do
Molly.
believe that.
Please don't think.
It's hard to understand.
Yes, it is.
Because I think that I think I hit the nail on the head yesterday.
No, you didn't, Molly.
I felt like she resented her parents for the way that they raised her and held her back.
Wouldn't let her do anything, wouldn't let her go anywhere. I'm sorry, that if
Wait a
any
minute.
parent is doing that,
How the hell do you guys know? You don't know to be saying that. Molly, you weren't right about anything. You don't have no information to make those accusations, or you're not even accusations, you're stating them as fact. You have no clue about none of this stuff. Shut up.
listen, you got to let your children hit their walls. You got to let them make
my
the
God.
mistakes. You
Is she
cannot
kidding
protect
me?
them from everything. You have to let them live. Your job as a parent is to raise your children the best
This
you
is
can.
too much.
From 18 years old and on, your only job is to be there to pick them up and to help them when they stumble.
Okay, Betty.
It's hard, but you can't have the umbilical cord attached to your child
Okay.
past adulthood. You just
okay.
can't. You just gotta
Whoa.
pray.
Betty, whoa, back this up. This parenting advice coming from someone who's never birthed a child. And the one time she had a chance to be a stepmother, the kids were removed and placed in by DCF because of abuse at Betty's own hands. Okay, now this is not going real life. This is stuff Betty's talked about, even though she lied about it and said, oh, I just spanked him on the butt. Bullshit. Your kids don't get placed into care because you gave them a spanking on the butt. Betty abused them children. Now I get it where the evil stepmother thing comes from, because there was evil at its finest right there. And you notice Molly sitting there shutting up and letting Betty ramble on, because Molly knows she didn't raise her kid. Her and Where's Walter were too damn busy to raise their kid. Princess raised their kid, though I think Adrian did spend more time with him than Molly. But Princess is the one that raised Jake. The drag queen raised Jake. And I'm not slamming him for being a drag queen. I could care less. Good for him. I'd like to see him in drag. He probably looks good, but not with that damn beard. Yeah. Anyway, that's who raised Jake. Molly was too busy being escort Kate and going over, tramping all over the place for months at a time without her child and husband. So, yeah. These are mothers of the year sitting here. Okay? Don't ever take parenting advice from these guys. And you know what? You're right. When they're 18, you're not responsible. You can only do what you can do. But yet, both of these women have attacked parents for what their grown children have done. They blamed the parents for it. They've attacked the parents for it. But yet, Betty's mom apparently didn't testify against her, or wouldn't, because Betty would have went to jail for what she did. So, Betty, shut up. Shut up.
That everything you've instilled in your children, it eventually pays off. It's the little seeds you plant in their life throughout their life that you hope that blossom when they become adults. You cannot protect your children from everything. You
but it was okay that your mother didn't testify against you, because why else would you have not faced, consequences for your behavior, for trying to strangle her? Okay? And Betty, look at your history. You've been problematic your whole life. So you're telling me that that's because of what your parents instilled in you? So now I'm starting to question your parenting, because of what you're saying here. Look at your behavior. That's problematic, Betty. Just saying.
You just can't. And there's been many low lives in my past, personally,
many.
and I can tell
and not
you,
just past.
My
current.
parents wouldn't have been a part of that. They would have Baker acted my booty right up into a mental hospital like that.
Okay, so when you were attacking people, strangling people, busting people's mouths, and making them bleed, physically abusing your stepchildren, we know about the article with your dad's real estate business. Why didn't they, Betty? When you got busted by the cops with drugs, naked, got a DUI, why didn't they step up and do anything to you, Betty? I'm just asking, because you're saying that's what parents are supposed to do, but yet yours never did it. How come you didn't go to jail for what you did at your dad's real estate business, Betty? Who covered for you, Betty? Just saying. Okay, whose mother's still covering him for him, Betty? Because, by your own words, don't you have your YouTube channel and stuff in your mother's name? Who's filing tax returns on this YouTube income, Betty? Because all the super chats, all the PayPals, Venmos, Cash Apps, all your YouTube AdSense money, all that is supposed to be claimed, Betty. So who's claiming it? Just asking. Because you're the one that puts stuff out there, so I have questions. I'm not hating. They're just questions. But let's get back to Tweedledee and Tweedledum. And Molly knows, because Molly's sitting there shutting up, because Molly knows she can't say nothing here, because she's definitely not Mother of the Year either. Her idea of being a mother is giving him a credit card. Okay? That will come back to bite her eventually. Anyway. We've got two of the best parents ever. The evil stepmother that had her kids removed because she physically abused them. And the other one who's absentee and never takes part in anything. Family-oriented. Don't think that's who I'd be taking parenting advice from. Just saying.
Because that's what parents are supposed to do. Even
Well, you wouldn't know nothing about that, Betty.
the children that
Neither
want to
would
do
trash
things
bag.
like Brian Laundrie. Your job
of
is
course she's
not
got
to
to throw
give
him
them
in
the
on it.
shovel and help them bury the body. Your job is to hold them responsible, but give them did a damn thing for them after this horrific tragedy. And you know what?
Okay, wait a minute, Betty. What did your parents do? Did you face charges for what you did with your dad's real estate business? No. You got away with trying to strangle your mother because she didn't testify, correct? I mean, if I'm wrong, please tell me, and I'll own it. I have no problem with that. But the only way you wouldn't have actually had consequences is if nobody would testify, Betty. Just saying. Isn't that kind of what your parents did for you, Betty? Probably more than once. Okay.
It took two outsiders coming in to even show respect.
Whoa. What respect have you shown? You trespassed. You were a nuisance. You've been feeding misinformation in this case, in this story. What respect? Because you put 3 obnoxious big solar lights and a bunch of crap out there? That's not respect. You did that so you could get views and clicks. You recorded it and streamed it. They put up no trespassing signs because of Molly. How is that respect? Oh my God. Oh my God. Betty is lit.
So they can kiss my white breaded ass.
Oh God, no.
At the end
That
of the
is
day, I really
Betty.
don't give
You know,
a rat's
I'll
ass.
tell you what.
Look. That's what nightmares are made of. Ugh. No, I don't want to kiss your white ass. Oh, gross. Oh, you just grossed everybody out, and they're probably having their dinner. Jesus, Betty. Oh my God, please. Ugh.
Itsy Bitsy Spider, when I put that video up, I would love you to take that comment and put that on that video because I'm
Why?
going to
She
put
didn't
it
know them?
right to the top.
She didn't.
And I
She
hope
doesn't.
that woman sees it.
Oh, here they are attacking the neighbors because the neighbors wanted nothing to do with them and didn't want them in their community where they live doing their tragedy pimping. I would bet money this chick don't even know these people. She didn't live right beside them. I would bet she don't even know them. She's just trying to get attention from Molly and Betty. Shut up, all of you. Oh
It's
my
literally
God.
if you guys look at the map when you
Excuse
know
me.
the address, it's the lady
You
literally
were right.
right across the street.
So that girl that came
Wait a
on.
minute, Betty. You're inciting people to go bother this elderly woman. Are you kidding me? Saying to look up her address, it's right across the street. You're inciting people to go harass an elderly woman. Are you freaking kidding me? What the hell is wrong with you two? You're the ones that need Baker acted, in my opinion.
Samantha and
Oh
told her
my
story.
God.
She said, "Did you notice across? That's where they do all shooting." I took notice.
No,
of it
they don't, because Molly,
I mean-
you live in Pennsylvania and you didn't notice anything. We seen you with your inch eye, private eye, magnifying glass, and your sparkly Sharpie. You couldn't even get the distance right between the houses, and you're not allowed to hunt that close to houses, Molly. You freaking idiots. You clearly don't know what the hell you're talking about, and you didn't see shit. You should have used your little Inspector Gadget magnifying glass. That was hysterical, Molly. That was a good laugh.
The whole community is just there's something wrong with them.
Because they didn't
It's
want to
not
talk
the rest
to
of the
you.
world. It is just them. It is
And the
literally
nerve of
just
the
them.
old man.
Wait a minute. So the community is all messed up because they didn't want to talk to you tragedy pimps. You fraudulent media. Reporters, whatever you want to call yourself, with your fraudulent media passes around your necks, which Betty's still wearing hers, by the way. She must live in that thing. She's mass printed them. She showed us on one of her lives. Oh my God. So the neighborhood is no good because they wouldn't talk to the tragedy pimps. Oh dear Lord. Can't make this shit up.
Walk
All the way down the road and then down.
make a
I
left.
was looking at him. I was like, "What did we do to?" She's yelling, and she's like, "How have we bothered you? Like you
You're in
around
his
the damn
neighborhood
corner,
where he
down the
lives,
damn
where his
road,
home is.
This, that, and the other." And we're like, what could we have
You're there
done
lying,
that?
saying
Like
you're
kissing
media,
his Cheerios.
and you're
Like,
trespassing in a
we
neighborhood
gotta
you
get
don't
down
belong
to
in.
plants and flowers and,
The whole
people-
thing was on to like there should be zero hater comments. There should be nothing.
Why?
We literally just put beautiful flowers down and lights. Long
Oh my
lights.
yes, so,
God.
so it would
Long lights,
illuminate,
too.
you know, and a
Why? You had no right to do that. You did it to you recorded it and put it on your YouTube. You were tragedy pimping for views and clicks and money. It had nothing to do with compassion for these people. And why the hell would you put all that stuff there? Why the hell would you put multiple freaking solar lights up? You freaking idiots. That's their neighborhood. They didn't want you there. You had no business there. And I'm sorry, I'm yelling. I'll tone it down. Oh my God.
butterfly, like we
It was a gaudy balloon.
Balloon and real flowers. They weren't even like dollar store Gabby.
Oh my
that
God.
one butterfly balloon cost $17
Yeah.
plus
Who
tax.
cares? You didn't pay for
We're
it.
not talking
Your
about
check
it.
did.
We didn't go cheap.
No, we
You didn't pay for it, your check did.
Mylar balloons from
Somebody
the Dollar
nosy
Tree.
called him. That's what I figured.
No, nosy.
We drove away. I was like,
They just didn't want you in their neighborhood.
Kitty cats.
You didn't
you're
belong
probably
there.
Right, but it doesn't matter. I mean, he was expecting to intimidate two ladies, and we told
Oh,
him
my
basically where he
God.
could go and tell him.
Some
I didn't
elderly
even know
man is
where
trying to
I was
intimidate
letting him
you.
Go, to be honest with you. I
Oh
don't know
my
about
God.
you. I did have your Range Rover. I would have been able to drive him really quick.
Okay, number one, Betty, you stood there and lied to the man when he said you were trespassing, that there's no trespassing signs up. He's an elderly man. That's his home. That's his neighborhood, his community that you were invading and tragedy pimping off of. You lied with your fake press badges and said you were the media when you're not. They did nothing wrong. You did. You and her did. You were trespassing. And you didn't need to put all that stuff. You could have put a simple little bouquet of flowers down. That would have been showing respect. But no, you guys went to the extreme and then recorded it and put it on your YouTube. Because again, you're tragedy pimping.
Gassing it because she just filled it up.
Oh my God.
we were trying to say a prayer. And we
I know.
you
She was
weren't.
like, come over here and let's say a prayer. Let's hold hands and say a prayer. And then this
Thank you, Gabby.
D-bag was like, just being
Because I didn't want you
crazy.
there.
It
You
seemed
weren't
like
welcome.
some evilness is looming over
that community.
You're
That's
right. You guys were
there's
evil.
there's a
Sinister sentiment.
Oh
right
my
there,
God.
right there.
The only evilness there was you two. You two tragedy pimps. Tweedledee and Tweedledum. You brought all the evilness with you. They didn't want you there. All they did was ask you to leave and leave them alone.
Sinister. It was evil. You could feel the evil out front of that place. And it wasn't just infiltrated at that house. Like, I felt peace outside of that house and like curious and unknowing. But then you met the two neighbors and it was like, this is odd. Like, I mean, we can be real buttheads sometimes. I mean, we can admit that, right? This wasn't the time, though. This really wasn't. We weren't buttheads this time. You know, we were trying to inspire the community.
not a cult feeling now.
Wait a minute. Inspire what community to do what, Betty? You were trespassing, being a nuisance. You weren't welcome. You've been misinforming about everything. Inspire to do what exactly? I have no clue. Does anybody else? I don't know. They really are full of themselves. Betty, your buzz is starting to wear off.
Really? You
I didn't get a cult feeling.
No?
I just
Oh my God.
no. The other day when I was out there, day before yesterday, it was totally fine. No one bothered me. The lady next door to
Molly, you're
the lady
lying.
right next door to the job, she was very nice. I still have that video.
You're lying.
I can put it up, but I didn't think it was of significance. That she was very nice.
Those trespassing signs went up because of you.
I had no problem.
And you even said a few things
then
happened,
when
but you didn't want to
came
talk
back,
about it, huh?
I'm wondering, did something happen yesterday? Did
Yeah,
something happen
you.
this morning?
Something happened.
Yeah, called Molly
Double trouble. I
trespassing
love you
because
too.
she went all up in that property trespassing, which she's admitted to. That's why the no trespassing signs were put up because of Molly.
I'm all.
We weren't in trouble at all. I think the craziest, most drama thing that happened was that crazy person pulling up with their lights,
Okay.
security guy pulling up with lights.
Okay, that's crazy
Jackie is
because
right.
the
We got
security officer
600,
was
almost
doing his
1,000
job.
viewers. Guys, just to
Wait a
give a
minute.
reminder.
Okay, the security guard doing his job was crazy. They were trespassing at the Kohlberger's place. Security, it's a gated community. They shouldn't have even been in there. I don't even know how they got in there. But the security guard is crazy because he was doing his job. Because anybody that says anything against them or questions them is a loser, is crazy, is no good, blah, 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 blah.
That
Let's
one of
end
our
this.
family members here on YouTube is struggling tonight. It's Dolly Vision.
Oh, God.
His family is suffering right now. Apparently, his brother passed away. Now, I'm curious if that is his blood brother or his
Doesn't matter.
His brother, like a friend, a family type brother.
Oh,
And I
my
say
God.
family. I'm not making that up. It's
Yes, you are.
family that's friends.
Look, she
friends
thinks she's
family,
cute. Betty really thinks she's something.
So I'm not. I tried reaching out to him. I
Excuse me.
haven't gotten a response. But
Sorry,
with
excuse
his
me.
OMG, my brother, it just doesn't
Excuse
sound
me.
good. But no matter what it is, we need to make sure that we're praying for Dolly. He's our turtle king, and despite
He's
whether
no
we
king.
have visual issues, with
Excuse
some,
me,
it was
sorry.
his blood brother
I'm
Jesus.
sorry, but the pollen levels. Oh, I have horrendous allergies and sinuses. I've had multiple surgeries. Oh, painful ones. And I'm also getting sick. But Betty, prayers go out to Dolly's family. But that's the extent of it for me. Sorry, I don't watch Dolly. I don't follow Dolly. Dolly's worse than they are. None of these people ever gave two shits about the victims and their families that they have attacked and harassed and rode the backs of to make money. So now we're all supposed to care because Dolly's brother passes away? Nope. Nope. Not for me. Sorry. I'm sorry that it happened. I send them my prayers, but that's the extent of it. Never once have they shown compassion for anybody else. Nope. And he's no king. And not in my book.
So at the end of the day, guys,
And you two aren't even talking.
To be
Y'all were just tearing him apart because he got a Darren Wells interview you couldn't get. Dolly Vision beat you out. And you didn't like it that he posted truth. And you guys have lied and spun things so bad in that story. You actually interfered and hurt that case. Yeah, you and Trash Bag sitting beside you. Yeah, we know you're proud of your actions there, getting a man fired and stuff. Yeah, we know. But you don't mess with people's jobs. There's plenty of evidence they do. Anyway, let's finish this up. I've
for
had
Dolly.
it.
He's our friend. He's our comrade.
Yeah, okay. Nope.
We
He's
wouldn't
never
wish
shown
this
no
upon
iota of
anybody.
compassion for anybody.
And I can't imagine what he's feeling right now. But either way, he's suffering. He's hurting, and it's our duty. He's been giving us entertainment for many years, and it's our duty to make sure that we pay it forward in his time of need as well. He would do it for each and every one of us.
You've never done it for anybody. You've never showed any compassion for anybody. And neither is he.
Oh,
nope. Sorry.
Spider's got the digs
Get what
on
you give.
what's going on in that area.
Well,
no, she doesn't.
Why don't you meet us tomorrow?
No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't. She's just seeking your attention.
We're going to go back to the police station tomorrow.
Why?
We're going to go to the police station tomorrow.
Please do. I want to see you go there and demand an autopsy. Who the hell do you two think you are? Boy, that's a good one. Molly's tongue sticking out as usual. Her little buzz is wearing off too, you can tell. But who the hell do you two think you are to go request an autopsy? You're nobody. You're nobody to the family. You're nobody to the community. You're not the media. You're nobody. I hope if you do actually go, that the police laugh you right out of the building, which I'm sure they will. Because it's not your business.
All right, guys, on my crew, I'm going to, we're almost to an hour. I have been up hours before this lady here.
This is going to
She's
be a very
trooper,
long sign
but
off.
I'm
You know
an early
them.
riser,
And
I'm
I will
exhausted.
upload that video right now. You'll have it in less than
Yeah,
5
Molly, it was
minutes.
nice that you uploaded a video with no sound for once we didn't have to
Why would
listen
I
to
do
you.
that? Don't they want to go
I'm
sleep?
ready for a hot shower
Go take a shower and
and some peace.
Look, she's
and-
still wearing that
But I
fake
just wanna thank
press
you guys.
badge.
We
She
do-
still just had it
we do
on.
great
Oh my
work.
God.
We bring this stuff to you front and center.
I have
She
a
must
sage.
live in that
I have
thing.
Sage. I'll
And,
sage myself.
But at the
Yeah,
end of
you
the
need
day,
to.
I just
You
want
need
to
a
big
lot
shout
of
out to my
sage.
friend and anybody else that's suffering. You know, he's not
Oh,
the only
she's so
one
full of
that's
shit.
suffering
She don't
here
care about
tonight.
nobody but her
We want to
greedy
pray
ass.
for him, but we also want to pray
Her
for all
greedy
those
white
who are
ass, as
suffering
she
in
said.
silence here on our channels and abroad. We do
What?
crazy things. We are, perceived to be like the worst of YouTube. We
You
may
are.
be bitches, but we ain't heartless bitches.
Yes, you are.
And we love.
The only thing your heart does is pump blood to your body. Other than that, you're soulless and heartless. You really are. You have no compassion, no empathy. You're sitting here lying because you need money, Betty. And Molly won't even look at you because she knows you're full of shit because she's full of shit. But, Molly, it's obvious Molly don't even like you, Betty. It's so obvious. But who else does she have? Orange Man Spanky Jaundice? Okay, let's finish this.
We love everybody that loves us.
No, you
cross
don't.
us.
You don't love nobody
got a
but...
That's a different story.
I just
Oh,
want
shut up.
you to know they're planning
Betty, you're not capable of loving anybody but your greedy white ass, as you called it. I'm only using your words yet again. But here we go. We're going to get into something else here.
on going after your husband.
No one's going
And
after
that'll
your
be the
husband.
last fucking thing they ever do.
Oh.
Okay.
That'll be... Let
Well,
them
let
try.
me tell you guys something. This is the problem I'm having here on YouTube is people.
Number one, Molly, nobody's going after your husband. I know what you're talking about. I was in that chat. No one threatened your husband. So you need to quit listening to the lying people in your chat that's sending you these messages, because they're doing it to stir up trouble because they know you're so easy to get riled up and you believe anything that comes across your face because you're too freaking lazy to do any work yourself. But nobody was threatening him. And guess what, Molly? No one's afraid of Where's Walter either. Okay? Because I'm telling you what, you're lucky that it was nonsense that you pulled this crap on. Because people are fed up and people are going to start suing your ass. And Where's Walter is not going to be able to save you, baby. Baby, as Betty said.
People, they try to sit there and point the finger at me and Marissa for doing things that we do. But what
Scrammy little bastard too. I have nothing good to say there. If he is either had his, and I don't care if he's intentionally avoiding knowing what's going on here, he can go away too. I can't.
Who the hell is that?
Whose voice is this?
Sorry.
You know exactly who it is.
Overhearing when I'm upset, it comes out worse.
Whose
You
voice
know
is this?
exactly. You know who it is.
All right. Text me whose voice. All right, hold on. I'll just ask the girl.
Shut up.
Yeah, so I just
You know exactly who it is. You stalk everything she does. You know exactly who it is. And Molly, there was no threat there. There was never no threat made to your husband. And no one's afraid of your husband. Hell, I don't even believe you have a real marriage. And that's just my opinion. Because I don't know any husband and wife. And I know all marriages are different. But I don't know any husband and wife that leads such separate lives and spends absolutely no time together as a family. Ever. And, by the way, Molly, no one's afraid of him either. But what you're worried about is what Adrian's going to say to you. Because, again, he's drug into your mess, Molly. And I think even Where's Walter, even though I think he's just as bad as you, just in male form, I think he's getting fed up, Molly. Is that where your pots and pans and your bed and couch went, Molly? Just asking. Just asking.
want to tell you guys this, that, they try.
How many people who are getting a new couch get rid of their couch months before their new couch comes in? Why would you get rid of a bed out of your guest room when you're instead of waiting for the new bed to arrive, and when the new bed arrives, you just get rid of the old bed? But then you invite a guest that has nowhere to sleep. Okay, whatever, Molly. I cannot. Let's just finish this. Oh my God! So long as
What we're
goodbye.
doing is wrong. What
It
we're
is.
doing is completely 100% lawful. Okay, what they're doing, on the other hand, is not.
Whoa, whoa. Okay, wait a minute. Whoa, that was a lot. 100% lawful? How? Betty, you've trespassed. You've admitted to drinking and driving. You've admitted to forging your parents' names. You admit to scamming the government. Betty, you even lie on your wish list and have yourself as an engagement wedding registry so people can put cash towards these outrageous items you want that you don't need because you're not no investigator, you're not no reporter. You're just a simpleton YouTuber like the rest. Well, I'm not a simpleton, but I'm a YouTuber. You're like the rest of us. You know, you're the only simpleton besides the trash bag sitting beside you. But anyway, yeah, Betty, and nothing lawful about you. Your criminal record speaks about how lawful you are. You dox people. You threaten and harass people. Yeah, nothing's lawful about anything you or Trash Bag does. Like I said, Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Really?
And there's a difference.
Oh, yeah? Don't say the name.
Oh, you
Don't
knew
say the
who it
name.
was.
Don't
Shut
worry.
up. Molly, we know you knew who it was. This is why you never could become an actress. Your trying at reality TV was an epic fail. Your Wife Swap episode was one of the worst ratings that show's gotten. And your secret job of being the escort Kate, which I believe 1000% you were an escort in Vegas, was an epic fail. So what you did is created your own little reality show on YouTube, but you suck as an actress. You failed at it. Okay.
You got her whole background. Don't
Oh,
worry.
here you
Don't
go.
say anything. Got her
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
background.
Okay. So
You want to
here's
know
what's-
how many times that bitch has got fucking bankruptcies,
Oh,
leaves,
Betty's
and
mad.
all
Molly
that
keeps
other
cutting her
shit?
off.
She's a fucking loser.
Okay.
Yeah. Fucking loser with her fucking Chrysler Sebring. They don't even make them in.
Okay, what does it matter what she drives? Nonsense has never got on here and lied. Nonsense is one of the most honest, transparent creators on YouTube. Her integrity is unsurpassable. Okay? She comes on here and just calls Molly out on the stuff Molly says with facts. Nonsense was not threatening her husband in any way. But Molly, you yourself have said you don't dox people, you don't go real life on people. You and Betty both have said that, but here you are doing a background check on somebody. What business is of yours? You're sitting beside somebody who's got to go to court in a couple days because she can't pay her credit card. She's trying to scam the credit card companies. We know how you scammed your credit card companies. How many times in a year have you claimed fraud because you didn't want to pay for something that you overcharged? Shut up. You know what? Shut up. Because neither one of you could hold a candle to Nonsense's integrity or transparency or honesty. Neither one of you. And guys, check out Nonsense's channel. It's a great channel. She is awesome. Check out Rock a Lot. He's covered these idiots too. Down the Rabbit Hole News, Burnt Toast. They're all good channels. Go check them out. Those are real creators.
She's fucking broke.
So what?
Yeah?
So what I
We'll
did.
see.
Wait a minute. She's not the one on here begging day in and day out for money. For a $2,000 bed your mother doesn't even need. And if she needed a hospital bed, the insurance would cover it. Okay, but your stupid followers will dig deep in their pockets, like they said, to get you that money. You're on here begging to pay out your outlandish shopping on your credit cards because you went over because you spent too much on garbage. The ugliest, gaudiest shit, too. You buy. You have no fashion sense whatsoever, Molly. You buy your clothes too small. Like, they want to bust out the seams even in your arms because you're trying to hide your chunkiness, but instead it shows all your rolls and makes you even look bigger, in my opinion. Just giving you some advice there. But anyway, you're the only one, you and that thing sitting beside you, that petty thing that says, "Bae." You're the ones, you even threaten people to super chat you. Shut up. You're the two biggest scumbags on YouTube, in my opinion.
What I want to say is that there is a difference. I mean,
Molly's
it,
pissed because she
bitch.
knows Adrian's going to be pissed
there is
at
a
her.
difference. Here's the difference. is
Oh, she's bringing it, and I think you two opened up a can of worms you're going to seriously regret. Only she's going to do it the right way. Not the way you two do it. She's going to do it the right way, the lawful way. Yeah, something you two don't know nothing about. This is somebody you can't bully. I can't wait. Sweet justice is coming. Yes, and hopefully hashtag justice for Dre is coming too.
you can show up and have your voice be heard in person. As soon as you do underhanded stuff through electronic means, you got yourself jammed up. That is exactly, everybody wants to sit there and say,
Okay, well, Betty, you got yourself jammed up because that's exactly what you did last night. By electronic means, you called and left a voicemail and threatened nonsense. So, Betty, you got yourself jammed up here. And you know what? You were such a coward. You used an internet number, which I know Molly was behind that too. Molly was behind this whole thing. Molly, you're not clear in this. So you can try to throw Betty under the bus and say, I didn't do it. Betty did it. Oh, yes, you did. You were sitting right there with her when you did it. Okay? You're both just as guilty. And you're going to pay for it. And baby, as you say, Betty, I can't wait. Yes.
but you can do this and you can do that. Yes. Why do you think I'm here in person?
What?
And not doing it online.
Is she fucking
through
for real?
telephonic means, through digital means. I do it in person because
Okay.
I get off my butt and I know the law. As
No.
soon as you take what we do and do it by electronic means, over the internet, by the phone, picking up the phone and calling law enforcement and saying, oh my God, we know they're coming out. Guess what that is?
What is it?
It's
What is it?
cyberstalking.
No, it's
It's
not.
cyber stalking under federal law.
No,
and
it's not.
cyber stalking under state law.
No, it's not.
And at the end of the freaking day.
And number one, Betty, you just did it by electronic means. Again, when you threatened nonsense last night. Okay? Drunk doesn't give you an excuse. Okay, Betty? You're lying. What you do is not legal. And states, like here in Florida, have actually put laws into place because of idiots like you and Trash Bag. Georgia enacted their laws that they already had because of you trash bags. And what did you do? You ran like the coward you are with the tail between your legs. As soon as the cops come around to question you, you fall apart and start crying. Who gives a shit? You're cowards. What you're doing is illegal, Betty, and it's catching up to you. Yeah, it is. You don't know the law, so quit quoting it, because you clearly don't understand the law. Everything you're saying is a lie, is wrong. You're no advocate for nothing, because you do exactly what you're saying is illegal, Betty.
We do what we do lawfully.
No, you
because we
don't.
know the law. As
No,
soon
you
as
don't.
you cross over to electronic means, that's
You
where you
did
get
that.
screwed up.
And, well, Betty, you're screwed up because you did it. And it's not the first time, only this time you're going to pay for it, Betty. Yeah, this time you're going to pay for it. You don't know the law. You trespass. You heckle on the street. You defame people. You harass people. You just incited people in your chat to go after this elderly lady because she didn't want you in her home, in her neighborhood, being a nuisance. You lie and say you're the media, because you're not. So, Betty, no, ain't nothing about you lawful. I can tell you a lot of laws you broke. You're a scammer. You're a fraud. You forge signatures, your own words. You drink and drive. You trespass. You're frauding the government out of disability. I mean, I'm just using what you say, Betty. You got 43 arrests. No one else. Just saying.
If people wants to sit
And
there
mind
and
you,
talk
now
about
they
our
were signing
friend,
off saying
I'm
goodbye
not gonna
20
say his
minutes
name.
ago.
He did some stuff through telephonic means, and he went to jail for 10 years because he did it through telephonic means.
No, that's not why. He got busted because he was frauding people, Betty. Scamming people. Fraudulent credit cards and stuff. And it was JLR. And I'm sorry, but he has got to be one of the biggest creeps on YouTube. I mean, there's everything about that man. It's just creep vibe central. He's creepy. But yeah, and he's still a fraud. He's not an investigator. He wears that fucking fake media hat. Oh my God. Okay, Betty. Isn't he still on probation or parole? Just asking.
Thank you, Jules.
Okay? There's a difference.
Mm-mm.
Personally doing it
Don't you have freedom
and
of
doing
speech?
it through, you do.
To an extent.
But
to an extent.
whenever you take that
Yeah.
that First Amendment right and use
Oh,
it to
God,
harm
here we
another
go.
person, it is no longer your First Amendment right. When you do it online,
Betty, you do that on the daily. So it's no longer your right. Because you do that. Look at how you heckle in front of people's homes, how you defame them and accuse them of the most outlandish things. You go after people's jobs. Shut up. You don't know the law. You are a criminal. And so is the thing sitting beside you. And Molly's even trying to tell you, but you don't want to listen, Betty. You're no advocate. No advocate at all. You're a clown.
when you sit there and follow somebody on their social media and then your intent is to harm them personally, professionally, or physically,
And
you
that's
have
what you
now
do.
crossed the line into a legality problem.
Oh my God. Is she
People
for
are
real?
not understanding that, but you are about to
That's
find
exactly
out.
what you both
will
have done
find
repeatedly.
out very, very soon. And I'm telling you
Oh,
guys
here
that
we go. She's suing
because
everybody
it's
again.
not an idle threat. It's because I really don't.
And Betty, there's nothing illegal about someone calling the police department and saying, hey, these tragedy pimps are coming to be a nuisance in our town. There's nothing illegal about that, Betty. You break the law all the time, though, because you're doing exactly what you say you shouldn't do. You go after people's jobs, their professions. You do it all the time. In fact, you've even boasted how proud you are of it. Oh, my God, the hypocrisy between these two. And Molly knows. That's why she's sitting there shutting up. Molly don't even like Betty. It's so clear. But this is just beyond.
Want things happening. I realize you guys don't understand the law. I have
And neither
given
do you,
guys
Betty.
a
That's
year and a
clear.
half. Year and a half. Freedom. If you think I'm going to go another year and a half, you are wrong because I have a statute of limitations in order to make sure you pay for your crimes.
Okay, Betty.
So at this point, it's a make or break moment.
It is.
And I'm done.
You
She's
are.
Done. Our crew
You are.
is done.
We don't
And
care.
if you
Your
don't think you're
crew's
going to
all
be held
broken up.
accountable, you're wrong. And then once you're held accountable legally, you are going to be hit with a civil lawsuit.
Okay. How are they going to be held accountable
everybody
legally,
knows
Betty?
I do back up what I say. We've already taken
No, you don't.
a few content creators.
You have.
A few content creators.
They don't know that.
No, they do not.
Oh, you're full of
And they
shit.
have had to pay financially.
Okay.
They've had to take their channels completely and utterly down.
Who?
So,
Okay, wait a minute. Whoa. Who have you sued, Betty? Because you'd have been the first person all over YouTube with it. Whose channel did you have permanently taken down? You tried to strike Burnt Toast fraudulently, and she beat you guys. She didn't pay you no money. Who did you sue, Betty? I don't know any. Does anybody know any creators that actually she sued and got money out of, and whose channels she had permanently taken down? Because I don't know of any. I could be wrong, but I doubt it. It's possible. But yeah, no. Betty don't have the money to sue nobody, number one. But then she'd try to act like her own lawyer, which will definitely just do the case in. But she's so full of shit, she can't sue anybody for reviewing her content. It's not illegal. But however, what she does is threatening someone on the phone, defaming people, trespassing. Oh my God. And it goes on and on and on. But anyway, I'm trying to get this finished. It's a long video.
I may not be broadcasting what we're doing behind the scenes. But if these
you can't because you're not
understand. We are getting them one by one.
You are?
They're lying to each and every one of you, thinking that they're all they're doing is building up smaller channels.
Who is?
Because they can't go on with their channel, so now they're going underneath and trying to do it underhandedly. And one by one, they will start going away. Even the anonymous people.
No, actually, what's happening is the communities are all getting together because they're fed up with you tragedy pimps. And they're speaking out. More and more creators are coming out and calling you guys out on your crap. So I have no idea what you're talking about, and clearly neither do you, and neither does Molly. Oh my God, this is too much.
Anonymous person is about
Uh,
to be
Ouch.
exposed.
Ouch.
And she's lying to you. She knows it's coming.
She's talking about burnt
Ouch.
toast.
And she is just sitting there acting like
Ouch.
nothing
That's
is
all you can come up with?
behind the scenes. And she
What?
is like really under, crunch time here.
What?
And if you notice, that channel has been talking about somebody else. Occasionally she'll throw a BHB
Oh
video
my
in there.
God. This
Think
is
about where
good.
she came from
Mhm.
and where she's at now. Don't
Okay.
think that what we're doing
She
behind
used
the
to talk
scenes.
about me a long time ago.
And
No, not a long time ago, Molly. She still calls you out on your crap. And Betty, she still calls you out on your crap. She's always talked about Shanty, but now, or Shanty, whatever you want to call it. But she has always talked about you. And in fact, she does, Betty, so good. And you've never sued Burnt Toast and won anything. And you didn't get her channel banned. Burnt Toast is thriving. Her channel is growing. You're jealous. You're jealous and you're pathetic and you're lying. You're the one sitting there lying. Because you can't sue anybody, Betty. If anything, people can sue you two trash bags. Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Now, can you say goodbye? You said you were signing off 20 minutes ago.
don't think what we're doing behind the scenes is not working. They may be
Oh,
acting like
my
it's not working,
God.
but there are a few of them that have just clammed up. And there's a reason.
Who?
And you should be very careful.
Oh, who? Why should we be careful? Is that a threat? And who's clammed up? Because I only see more and more creators coming out and calling you out on your shit. I haven't seen anybody clam up. So, yeah, in your little delusions maybe, but that's about it.
If you have money.
Oh, my God.
Because I do like people with lots of money.
Yeah.
Betty, you don't know
there's a
anybody
reason
with
why
lots
my
of
light
money.
bills are still staying
And Molly
on.
don't have lights of money. No, you know
I-
what?
you know, they-
Your light bill's paid because you get on YouTube and beg for money and you fraud the government to get a disability check. That's how your light bill's paid, Betty. Just saying. But you haven't sued anybody. You haven't won shit. You haven't had no channels banned. God, and Molly knows you're lying. But see, Molly's as big a liar as you, probably even bigger. So, yeah, okay, whatever.
They won't tell you that. They won't tell you that. They won't tell
No.
you that they've been to court with me. They won't tell you they've been fighting with me. They won't tell you.
Okay, you
that
know
I
what,
just
Betty?
took a lot of-
Now, I've never done this, but I'm going to. I'm going to check the civil suit records in the state and see who she sued and beat, because I'm telling you, I'm not going to find any. Not any YouTube creators that I know of anyway. Yeah, okay, you're full of shit.
money out of their pockets. They won't tell you that.
Oh, you didn't get no
They're
money out
going
of
to tell
anybody's
you,
pockets.
she's a liar. She's a con man. She's this. She's that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Bullhorn Betty's a con artist because she has a wish list. That's
Actually,
the new one.
Her
I'm a
wish
con
list
person
is a con because she's got it under the bridal registry that she's engaged to get married so people can give cash donations towards these outrageous things she wants. So, yeah, it is a con. She's lying yet again.
because I have a thank you wish list that is so transparent.
Ain't nothing
it's like a
transparent
glass
about you,
door.
Betty.
So
Oh,
the
my
grifter that I
God.
am, because
You
you guys
are.
are so stupid. You guys
Yeah.
can't think for yourself, and good God,
That's your
make
audience,
you buy
Betty.
anything off my wish list. Did you know?
We're not the stupid ones sitting here quoting the law we don't understand because you clearly don't know what you're talking about. And we're not your audience. We're not the stupid ones that give you outrageous amounts of money to buy this stupid stuff. You know? Shut up. Oh my God. Can you please say your goodbyes?
Mother, purchase something off my wish list.
Okay.
Mom, you should be careful. I'm a grifter. I'm robbing you blind. Don't
Why
you
is your
know?
mother supporting you
Anyways,
still?
guys,
You're a grown
I love
ass
you. God
adult.
bless. I need a shower. I've been up like 5 hours earlier than she was.
We don't
She
care.
said, "What time did you get up?" I said 4. She's like, "You went to bed at 11." I'm like, "I can't help it. It is what it is." So
Yeah,
if you see me
okay.
the way I am, it's because I'm extremely exhausted. I'm
No,
tired.
it's because
I
you're
work
coming
my
down
butt
off your buzz. You were drunk,
And when I
Betty.
put my pants on, there's a stain on them.
Oh my God,
favorite
breaking
pants
news.
have
Her dad's
stains.
going to buy
I
her
don't
new
think
pair of
they're coming out
pants.
because they
Do you
were
want me
just-
to clean them?
I just laundered them. They just came out
Yeah,
of the
did you?
washer and dryer. And I looked down and this is the crust, and I'm like, what?
I can sanitize them.
What does sanitizing have to do with removing a stain? Molly, that just proves how you don't know how to do anything. Sanitizing is not going to remove a stain. And Betty, why are you putting on the same damn pants? Don't you have any other clothes? Just asking. But now her chat's going to have to buy her a new pair of pants, people. Breaking news. Breaking news.
Look at this. Look at this cute baby.
Oh my God. This was too much.
Come here, baby. Come here.
This
All right,
is
guys.
too much.
I love
Thank you.
God bless each and every one of you. Peace, and we'll see you tomorrow sometime. And then after that, I
been
am
saying
going
bye
to
for
be
20
on
minutes.
a plane back to Florida for a couple
I mean,
days.
she's still
And
ain't
I'll
gonna
be in
leave.
Tulsa with C. Thomas Howell at the Outsiders with my sister.
You're going to Tulsa?
Yeah.
Where's Tulsa?
Oh my God. Are you kidding, Miss Legal Scholar?
At
You
the
don't even know where
Outsiders
Tulsa
house.
is? Oh my
You know
God.
what? Me and you got to talk about
The dumbness is
Turning
something.
on.
Tom
Tweedledee,
Cruise.
Tweedledum.
Oh.
Matt Dillon.
Of course she wouldn't be with her husband. God forbid she'd actually do
Tom
something with her
Cruise?
husband. I agree with Betty there. Tom Cruise is gross in my opinion. And Molly will never get him. That's as close as she'll ever
You bet
get. A
you
grown
die.
50-year-old woman with a cardboard cutout of a celebrity. Go figure. Probably the only man that sleeps in bed with her at night.
That's what I did when I walked into her house. Tell them.
Yeah, Betty, thank you for giving us a vision of what you do to people. We already know how violent you
I did
are.
not fall in love. Mm-mm.
Is it?
I want to be Lorraine Bobbitt.
No, yeah, I
Love
can see
it.
that.
Thank you guys. I'll see you later.
Don't forget to be fearless, folks.
Oh, she still won't shut up.
Say something, because an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
Oh my God.
I'll see you later.
Alright guys, I'm sorry this is such a long video. There was just a lot to comment on. Let me know what you think in the comments. Oh, I can't with these two. Hit that like button and subscribe for me, please. I appreciate each and every one of you for taking the time to even listen to me. It's amazing. I'm floored that I even have the subs that I do. Again, thanks everybody. See you next time.